Hello healers and health seekers, it's me Ichoda, healing with medical medium information for 28 months now. Oh my goodness. I have a mischievous kitty. He just wants to do mischief. He wants to get into all the things. He's a little purr box. All my animals are keeping me warm. It's cold here. Hey, it's time for What's Up Wednesday. And that is where I come here and I make a video and I talk to you about my healing process and my healing journey and what's going on with me. Sometimes I film my What's Up Wednesday videos on Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, October 30th. Liver Rescue comes out today. It is almost evening. I know it might look like evening because it's like super dark outside because it's rainy, but it's actually not yet. But my postal carrier is late today. I have been waiting for the book all day. Now, had I known my postal carrier was going to be this late, honestly, I'd have just bought the book on Kindle, started reading it already. But I just thought, oh, they're just a little bit late. And then just I've waited and waited and waited all day for them to come and bring my book. It's not here yet. So I thought I'm going to make a video to distract myself. I've been doing things to distract myself all day. I did some emotion code sessions for myself and for other people, and now I'm making a video. I made food, I did dishes. Anyway, I know I could just buy the book on Kindle, but I feel like the second I buy it, it's going to show up here with my postal carrier. I usually buy it in all the formats anyway, so I don't know what I'm worried about, but I was kind of just waiting for it to go down in price on Kindle. Whatever, doesn't matter. So I'm still super excited. I'm still waiting for my Liver Rescue book, and I hope it shows up real soon. And in the meanwhile, I will talk to you about my healing journey and what's been going on with me. You might remember last week I was sick. If you hear noise in the background, that is Muffins, my pug, playing with Pendleton, my kitten, and they're having a good old time having fun with each other. Where was I? Waiting for the book. Oh, last week I was sick. I had something like a little flu, and that little flu was causing, I don't know what it was causing, or like just my immune system being depressed was causing whatever, but I was having a bit of a strep flare, and then right at the end there, I had a little bit of a shingles flare. So it was just a mess of me not feeling good. Now, I knew, this is Pendleton, I knew, here's the interesting thing, all week when I was sick, I felt what was going on, I paid attention, I saw what was happening in my body, and it didn't worry me, I wasn't panicked, I didn't freak out, I just was like, oh, okay, this is happening now. And honestly, I had no worry at all. I was like, I'm taken care of, I have what I need, I have the foods that I need to heal, I have the supplements that I need to heal, I know what to do. So this is just happening for a while now, and it just means I'm resting. And that is what I did. I rested. I was comfortable enough to sit up. I could not really stand. And I did take naps every day because I really just had, my energy was very low. And here's the funny thing. So I was feeling worse Saturday night, and I thought, well, I think this is going to turn into an actual flare, like not just having the flu, but like I think I'm having a flare, and it's going to maybe last for a while, because that can happen when you're healing. You can get in that place where you have a flare of symptoms for whatever reason. It could be a lot of stress in your life that sort of takes your immune system down. It could be anything, whatever, what kind of stress. And I had a bunch of stress, and I thought, okay, I guess I'm going to be kind of I'm going to have to work my way back up a little bit. And I was just kind of mentally preparing myself for that. Sat my husband down, and I said, you know, I think I'm having a flare. I don't seem to be getting better, and I think this is going to last for a while. And I just don't want you to freak out. I want you to know that I'm going to be okay eventually. And I don't know how long it's going to be, but I mean, I have the information I need to heal, and I'm doing the right things, so it's just going to take a while. And he said, okay. And then the next morning was Sunday morning, and I woke up and I felt great. I had energy again. My head was clear. I didn't have a headache. I wasn't dizzy. I didn't have nausea. Those are all the things I had before. And I just started doing stuff. Like all the things that I didn't have the energy or ability to do, I started like tidying up the house and putting things away and washing dishes and doing tasks and folding laundry and putting away laundry and stuff that had been kind of sitting that I hadn't been able to get to and my husband hadn't been able to get to because it wasn't at the top priority while he was kind of taking care of the food and stuff. And I just was like, I feel pretty good. And I was being careful because I was just kind of feeling out my body and seeing like, is this okay? Can I do this? Can I do this? And I could, and I kept going, and I was like, I think I'm better. Awesome. Yeah. So I kept feeling better, and I'm better. I'm better. My sick is gone. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, especially because it's just in time for liver rescue. And even though I thought, well, if I'm sick, if I'm going to have a flare, this is a good time to have it because here comes liver rescue, and I'm just going to read for a week, whenever it gets here. But I'm okay. I'm feeling good. And William has been doing all these pop-ups on Facebook and Instagram about the liver rescue book, just reading from it and talking about what's in it and getting us all excited and hopped up. And I'm ready. I'm ready for this book. I don't know. This is some universal joke that the postal carrier is late this day of all days. Usually never late. This is very bizarre. It's okay. It'll get here. I'll get to read it. I really wanted to talk about that part about what an incredible difference it makes when you have the information to heal and you know what helps you heal and you know exactly what's going on in your body so you don't panic when you get sick. I never once panicked. I never felt worried or nervous. I just was like, okay, I must have gotten either some kind of flu. My husband goes to work and he gets the groceries and stuff, and who knows what he brings home. I don't go out much. I can, but I don't. We have one car and he takes it to work, so I don't have, on weekends is when I go out, to the farmer's market. I could have picked something up at the farmer's market or at the kitten shelter when we went back to take Pendleton to get his nails trimmed. I mean, who knows? You pick stuff, viruses happen, bacteria happens, so something caused a little something kind of flare. It felt slightly fluish, but I started to get congested, but it didn't. I had my zinc shock therapy. That is where you take 4 to 6 shots of zinc in the back of your throat. I did that. I was drinking the juices, my apple cucumber juice and my celery juice. I was, of course, doing my heavy metal detox smoothie, drinking extra orange juice. My beautiful husband made healing soups every couple of days. He'd make a new big batch of some kind of, I'd find the recipes and I'd say, here's the recipe, I want you to do it this way. He'd do it the way I asked him to, and so I had constant soups to eat, and that's what I ate. Yeah, that's what I was eating, just soups, smoothies, juices, and I'd have adrenal smoothies of coconut water, frozen bananas and spinach, and then extra teas and stuff like that. And all my supplements, all my regular supplements. Had my zinc, had my B12, had my elderberry syrup, of course, had my golden seal, had my licorice. I just was lucky that when I got sick was the time that I was having, because you have to pulse licorice root and you have to pulse golden seal, so you can't, you take them for a couple weeks, or with licorice it's a month, and then you're off for the same amount of time. And luckily I happened to be on an on week, or 2 weeks, and so I was having licorice, I was having the golden seal, so I had my whole arsenal was there. Everything, Sovereign Silver, all of it. That's what I did. I just kept doing that stuff. I thought I was gonna flare for a while. It's just that stress really took me down, but it did not took me down. I was amazed. I'm happy and surprised to be feeling well, feeling better, and talking to you again today. Hopefully I'll get some more videos made this week, but I'll tell you what, I don't know if I'd count on it because Liver Rescue is going to be here. I'm going to be reading. I'll do my best. I'll do what I can. So I really just wanted to stress how incredibly different it is to get sick now. When I was my sickest, different kind of sick, but kind of not. I was just scared all the time. I was so afraid. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die almost every day. I thought, this is my life, or I just thought, I was just so afraid all the time. And anytime I get a new symptom or something else would happen, or if I'd get like regular people sick on top of being, that's what we call it in chronic illness, regular people sick, which is just the flu. On top of being as chronically ill as I would panic because I would think, oh, my body can't handle this. No. Kitten. This kitten, he wants to get the Legos and he can't get the Legos. I don't want him to get the Legos. So I would go into a panic, and it took so much energy. And you know, of course, that's your run now. I know that you're like running your adrenaline, and so your body is flooding with more poison and more toxins that are not helping you feel better, and then I'd feel worse, and it just would be a horrible vicious cycle because I never had the answers, and I never, you know, I would research and research and research, but I never could come up with the answers, even going to doctors and doctors and doctors and doing all the research and everything I could. Like, I couldn't figure out like what's going on in my body. Why is this happening? And so I was just in a panic all the time. And now I don't worry. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm getting sick for a while. No big deal. Like, I know what to do. I know what's happening in my body. I know how to heal it. I know that I can heal, and I'm not scared anymore. And I'm telling you, my postal carrier. Oh, the postal truck just drove by. I don't know if they've already been to my building or not. Okay. They haven't been to my building. I just checked my phone. Anyway, okay. They haven't been to my building, but they are now in the neighborhood, which means pretty soon, liver rescue. Okay, back to the video. Okay. Oh my gosh. Postal carrier. I just saw the truck drive by. So, such a great relief to just have that freedom of mind, that clarity of mind, and that knowing. So different from the always questioning, always wondering, is it this, what's going to happen? Oh my gosh. Just such a sense of relief. No questions, no worries. It's just freedom. It just feels good. So, thank you, Anthony William, medical medium, for your amazing information that helps us heal, gives us peace of mind, helps us heal our mind, body, and soul. Thank you for all the work you do. Thank you for how tirelessly you work for us. Thank you for all your sleepless nights staying up writing these books so we can have the information in our hands so that we can be empowered in our own selves to know how to heal ourselves, and we can help each other. We can help other people heal. Thank you so much for that. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and soul. Thank you. And if you are not Anthony William, and you are chronically ill, and you are sick, and you are wondering what in the heck, and is this whatever, you can heal too. I want to tell you that. I just want to tell you that. It really is like a ray of light in such a dark place, you know. It's this just amazing ray of light. Things are pretty crazy in the world right now, and we need that light. We need those lights. We need the truth. I think we know deep in our hearts and souls, and I think that's part of what makes us restless and have so much pain, is I think we know that we've been misled, but we don't know exactly where and how and why. And finding out some of the places that we've been misled, and just that can be really hard also, but just realizing that there is truth to be found, and we can find it because we actually have that knowing in ourselves. Like, we have that instinct, we have that intuition, and we can find the information, and the information finds us, and if we are open to it, it is there and available for us. It's pretty amazing. And part of the other leg of this journey, of my healing journey, is not just healing the physical, but healing these emotions that have been trapped in my body and trapped in my soul for so long. And I find in these stretches of this journey that throughout it, I am always doing this big soul healing work too. And all of these emotions from the past, from not just my past, but like my ancestors, and like down through the lineage, you know, like this stuff is coming up to be healed. And I feel that it is our work on this planet, not just me, but many of us who are I guess might identify as light workers or people who are healing from chronic illness. I think this is true of many of us. I think we're kind of in that same group of people who are really doing big healing, not just for ourselves, but for the world. And I do not mean that in some sort of egoic sense, like, look how great I am. I'm doing this for, whatever. No, I don't mean it in that way. I mean it in the way, like, I'm giving words to it like that because I identify with it in the way that Matt Kahn speaks about it. He speaks about, like, the emotions that arise in us are coming up to be healed, not just in us, but in the world. And so when we heal that for ourselves, we heal it for the world. And even if you only think of it in the sense of if you're healing it for yourself, it does make a difference in the world to be healing these past hurts for yourself, because then you're not going to take those hurts and spread them out more to other people. And I just keep resonating with things that are going to help that healing process, like Matt Kahn and Lorna Byrne and Brene Brown and amazing people doing amazing work on this earth that are just really helping people to heal. And even my friend Rosalind introduced me to this other woman, Marissa Peer, who she has a lot of work with, just her work with, like, I am enough. One of the things she says to do is to put on all of your mirrors, I am enough, to write it, to put it everywhere you'll see it. Your mirror, because always you're going to see your mirror every day. And most of her work is with weight loss and, like, models and actresses and things like that. So that's kind of her focus. But she's also a psychologist, and she's worked for over 30 years with people, helping them heal from traumas. And the biggest thing that she's found in her practice is that we all have this in common, is that in some way we each have some version of I'm not enough, whatever version of it that is. And if we just say to ourselves and tell ourselves and keep it in our attention that we are enough, and instead and really hear the language we use with ourselves, like the way we beat ourselves up and stuff like that, and instead turn it around and say I am enough, I am enough. And that's it. It's so simple. Like, that's the whole thing, is just languaging to yourself, like getting up every day, looking in the mirror and saying I am enough. And then before you go to bed, and anytime you're in the bathroom, looking in the mirror. Or I also put it on the door leading out of my son's bedroom, just at eye level. I am enough. I put it on our computers, so when we open our computers, it's right up there above our screen, I am enough. On all our computers, I put it on my husband's, on my son's, and on mine. Because who can't use a little more feeling of I am enough? I mean, Anthony William has talked so much about self-compassion and loving yourself, but not just love, but having compassion, because the love can turn into hate, whereas compassion has love with it, but it has both things. I just feel that that's part of it. I realizing, like, I am enough, and it was like, oh yeah, this is another piece of that puzzle of just my journey, of my healing journey, is just having that piece. And what can it hurt? It's the simplest thing in the world to do, I'm enough. And I want you to know that you are enough. It doesn't matter if you're laying on a sofa because you can't get out of bed, or if you're laying in bed because you can't get out of bed. It doesn't matter if you can't take a shower more than once a week or even less. It doesn't matter if you are able to do the dishes or change out of your pajamas or walk. It does not matter. You are enough. I really want you to hear that, and I want you to feel that, because you can feel it in your whole body when you take it in. Because we don't take in compliments, right? Like so many of us, we don't take in compliments because we can't hear that people saying kind things about us, because we think we're not enough. So that's another thing to practice in that, is like taking in compliments. If somebody says something nice to you, she uses an example, like somebody will say, oh, I like that sweater. And then she'll say, oh, I got this at a thrift store 5 years ago. It was, it's nothing. It's got a hole, whatever. Instead, just say, thank you. Just receive it. Accept it. If somebody says something kind to you, I like your hair. Thank you. You can even return the compliment, but don't deflect it. Don't say, oh, that, or if somebody says, oh, that was a great talk. Don't say, oh, I missed this whole bit and all this whatever. No, just say thank you. Just take it in. Like, oh, somebody's giving me just, I'm enough. I'm enough. So that's my word to the wise for this week. I would like to hear from you guys. I love your comments, and I love to hear from you and hear how you're doing. And I honestly, if some of you, like, if I don't hear anything from you for a while, I for real do wonder. So if you're somebody who's been watching my videos this whole time and thinks that I know that you're watching my videos, I don't. And unless you comment, I don't know you're watching my videos. If you're somebody who's been watching like from, you know, before, from the beginning, and you haven't commented in a while, oh, I especially want to hear from you. How are you doing? Because there are some of you who used to comment a lot in the beginning and haven't for a while, and I don't know if that means you're not watching anymore. I want to know, are you still on your medical media path? How are you doing? It's not like I need some kind of validation, but I really am curious about you. Like, honestly, I genuinely care about each and every one of you, and I want to know how you're doing, and I want to know if you have struggles or questions or comments or anything, like just anything you want to share. I just want to know you're out there, and I want to know you're doing okay, and even if you're not, I want to know that too, and how can I help? And I love you all so much. I really really do. If I could, I'd probably message you individually and be like, hey, what's up? Are you okay? If I don't want to be intrusive. I figure if you want to chat with me, you'll reach out to me, and know that you can if you want to. You know where I am on Instagram. Echoda is healing. So that's my week. It's definitely looking up, especially because Liver Rescue is about to be delivered to me any second now. And I'm sure you're all reading Liver Rescue. Maybe nobody will be watching my video this week because you're all busy reading, but maybe at some point you need a break because your brain is full. And here's my video ready for you to watch. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I am so glad to be feeling better. Hoping to get more videos made. You know, I always say that every week. We'll see what happens. But I have all these ideas and all these plans. And then there's just me to carry it out. And then I'm so much more impressed with people who have YouTube channels and upload content regularly. And I think they must be wizards or something. But maybe also not healing from a chronic illness. So probably have a little bit more energy than I do too. So maybe not, you know, full-time making food for their family. Whatever, I don't know. I don't know people's lives, but I just am genuinely impressed with people who post content regularly because, wow, it takes a lot of work. So, I love you, my healers and health seekers. You can heal. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up below. You can subscribe by hitting that subscribe button down there. You can ding the bell next to it if you want to be notified when I post a new video. I will see you soon. Please post comments. I just want to hear from you. I just want to know you guys are doing all right. And thank you to those of you who do post regularly, who are posting and keeping me updated with your lives, because I love that. I really genuinely do. I will see you next time. Until then, I love you. Blessings for your continued healing. Bye-bye.